We break it down, Bella Pal, don't even blink. Good morning, IWC, let's run it. Hot takes, headlines, yeah, we run it. Turn the volume up, ain't nothing funny. We talk that truth, ain't paid by nobody. Rumors fly like shine, feel the crowd get loud. From the indie scene grit to the big show crowds. Predictions, reactions, don't cap, no fear. If you mad, hit the chat, we still ain't here. Good morning, IWC, let's run it. Hot takes, headlines, yeah, we run it. Turn the volume up, ain't nothing funny. We talk that trap, they paid by nobody. Sip your coffee, lace your boots. Another episode, he delivered the news. If you love this sport, then you found it in me. So good morning to the whole IWC. Good morning, IWC. Hot takes, headlines, yeah, we run it.
Oh man, that was actually really good. Hey, look, we know we're a little late. It's an hour late, but it's all good. You still get good morning IWC while you eat your brunch. Damn, I inhaled at the same time. You know, it does not work out when you do that. But yeah, good morning everybody. That's Mob Miz over there. I'm Sped. My original camera just broke. Literally, yesterday, what you guys saw me cutting off and everything, my camera was on the fritz. When I got on here this morning, it started doing some glitchy things. So now I'm using an old camera that zooms in on me, and I hate it with a fucking passion, folks. But today we're going to be getting into credible sources. Wrestling, the fan voted on Wrestling Observer News for 2025. AJ Francis wants a piece of jelly roll. WrestleMania 42 plans. Who's out of WrestleMania? Frustrations brewing in WWE. A legend returns to WWE, though. And much, much more. Now, did you watch Grand Slam last night? We're going to be talking about that later. All right, good. Because that's something that everybody should be watching. Folks, if you aren't watching the Run In Wrestling podcast that just popped up on the screen, go watch us. Big Mike, myself, Esteban, we all do the Run In. We end your wrestling week the right way. We only talk about wrestling, but you're here to hear about the news, rumors, and our reactions as analysts to this stuff. So let's get this going. The first thing is a bunch of wrestling media decided to jump on Dave Meltzer's wagon on this, and jumped on the wagon of saying that Brody King was left off of Dynamite because of the F Ice chants. Okay, now let's put it this way. Oh no, what just happened? I lost connectivity of my damn thing. That sucks. Alright, it's getting connected again. That's so weird. I hate it when it does that. Alright, but yeah. What do you think of all this? You know, you got only one guy was credible. You know. What do you think about this?
I don't know. I'm gonna say with it smoke, there's a little bit of fire. I mean, I hope that good old Davy boy isn't pulling just bullshit out of thin air nowadays. I think with some of these stories, he does get duped. The strange part is, usually not say usually, because lately that would not be accurate, but for the most part, his AEW news is usually pretty good, because he has a good connection over there with the AEW as a whole. But now it's like everything's bad. But I do believe a few of these stories might have some partial truths to them. What about you?
Honestly, and this is gonna hurt my soul saying this, I only believe Sean Ross Sapp in this. The only man to actually come out and give out the truth. Okay?
Yeah.
He had Tony Khan talk to him personally. He said Warner Brothers did not have any involvement in Brody King's upcoming AEW schedule. And what that shows me is, and we're gonna talk about it later on Grand Slam, that they had time to cut the F Ice chants in Australia on the
They did.
broadcast, and they didn't. Warner Brothers didn't say anything. AEW didn't say anything. But I think this is, look, there's a lot of people out there that look at Dave Meltzer as the holy grail of wrestling journalism. Okay? And let's be real. Dave Meltzer he's washed. Okay? He had people back in the day of WCW, back in the day of NWA, back in the day of WWF. But this is 2026, okay? Guys like Sean Ross Sapp, as much as it hurts me to say this, he has those connections, okay? I mean, I have my connection. You know who he is. He's on the Run In Wrestling podcast. He's also an NXT photographer. He's also really good friends with a bunch of these wrestlers,
Yeah.
When you got that connection and it's actually credible, then people start looking at you. Look, I looked at Sean Ross Sapp as a stooge, okay, because he liked to pull out a lot of stuff out of his rear end, okay? But here lately, he's been getting that credibility. He's been getting, because, I mean, think about it in this perspective. He may know some guys in the indie scene that knows people that are working with WWE, right? Former WWE guys, still talk to those guys. He may be getting information from them. And that's how I look at that. Like I see it as Sean's definitely got a mole, but Sean has the right moles. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would agree with that. Because like, my guess would be this. Somebody probably said something along those lines that it may not go well with those chants to him, and then him not seeing Brody, I feel like it was a terrible assumption. But whoever told you the story, you might want to stop taking stories from them. It's just what it comes down to. But you're right. Whoever I don't know if Sapp talks to these companies directly, but his information is just a lot more accurate than Dave Meltzer nowadays. Sapp's definitely batting a good average.
Right now he is. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like that could change in a heartbeat. And that's what people got to realize.
yeah,
It could change in a heartbeat in this type of industry. One minute I'm sitting at home playing fucking Madden. Next minute I'm doing this. Who knows what's going to happen in 5 years. I'm not comparing myself to Sean Ross. Sean Ross actually put the grind in before Twitch, before all that shit. He did his job. I give him flowers due, But
yeah,
I'm not a fan of the man. He's an arrogant a-hole, and I get it. He may be putting on a persona. He may be a nice guy, But if you're getting frustrated with someone telling you that, hey, you could do better, or hey, your style sucks, and you're getting frustrated with that, then I don't see why him and I should be friends. Because if you can't take constructive criticism like you guys give me on a weekly basis, the run-in gives me on a weekly basis or a daily basis, really, then how is he gonna grow? Like I watched some of his stuff lately just to get ideas. I'm getting no ideas. Why? Why? Because he's not doing what we're doing. He's not. He's looking at a camera. He's got pictures every now and again, but he's looking at a camera. And that's all he's doing. He doesn't got the timer. He doesn't got the bell. He doesn't got the music. He doesn't got what we're doing. He doesn't have point taken. That could go 35 minutes.
yeah,
So, my thing is only one journalist got it right, and the shitty part is Sean Ross Sapp. All right? The man that a lot of people can't stand, but
yeah.
he got it right. And I think this puts a damper really on Dave and
Yeah.
all those guys. Look, Buster, I respect Busted Open because they were like, I'm not reporting that, But Cultaholic, that I lost a lot of respect for them, you know.
They kind of just jump on anything.
Anything
So
that Dave says, they're like, hey, we want that, like, dude,
yep,
get off the proverbial teat. You know what I'm saying?
yep. Well, one topic, and I won't get too deep because it's like 3 minutes, but just to dive back into the actual, just Brody's situation in general. Um, Two things, because I know I got attacked for saying this, but let me
Uh,
just throw it out there. This isn't a Trump thing. This isn't a Biden or Harris thing or Democratic or Republican thing. I don't care what side you're dancing on. I don't I don't judge people off of that. I personally don't need to know people's politics,
Thank you.
and I won't judge you off of them if you decide to tell me them. But with that being said, unless it's storylines and things that, they're gonna put in there as an entertainment scripted situation, some of the and I get it, don't get me wrong. These are big situations, and outside of, like, those shows, they can tour the world and, do whatever they want, right? But as far as that wrestling show, people are tuning in to kinda get away from the problem. Same thing when you watch a basketball game or a football game. Right now, they're dragging the problem to the enjoyment. So, now you can't even enjoy it without it being, some political stance for somebody where has people arguing.
I'm glad you said that because CNN reported that Warner Brothers has stakes in AEW, right?
Yeah.
And that and then Dave Meltzer came out not even an hour later and said, "Now I believe WWE and AEW are in a silent political war." All right, one sides with one, the other sides with the other, and that's what it's always been. People try to get that stuff, dude. Look. I'll tell you right now, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I know
Yeah.
these motherfuckers are lying all the time, and you know what? A lot of them are fucking pedophiles. I'll be honest right now. All right, a lot of these son of a bitches should be in jail if we're gonna be real about it. All right, but this whole Ice thing is just a deterrent to get you away from the real shit that's going on, so that pedophiles get away with shit. And that's just sped speaking on political bullshit. Okay, if you guys want to go back and look at every other historical narrative, there's always a blinder to get you to look away from what really is fucking going on. Okay?
100%.
That's what's happening. They see how many people watch fucking wrestling. How many? A lot. A
Yeah.
lot of people around the world watch wrestling.
So that cake right there. But what they need to do is get the hell off our entertainment.
Exactly. You're ruining something that's really good. All right? You don't
Yeah.
need to bring. You were 100% right. Politics does not need to be in goddamn wrestling. Only wrestling politics. Not fucking politics outside of goddamn wrestling. Okay?
Yeah.
Only wrestling
Don't
politics.
don't get me wrong, bro. He can still do the shirts and he can still support what he wants. He can
Yeah.
do interviews and you could, do whatever you want. I'm not judging any political
Nope.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely don't agree with a lot of the stuff that's going on. But just do it outside of wrestling.
Exactly. Outside where it should be. All right? But speaking of Dave Meltzer, he came out with a bunch of stuff saying this crap was hilarious. This shit was I love this. Jey Uso got voted the most overrated wrestler in 2025. He just sends out one little thing on his Instagram. Y'all really love me, right? Do you agree with the fan vote of, on the Wrestler Observer News?
I guess I'll put on my yeast is
My
uh
Easters.
it's fan voted, so it's hard to go against this stuff. If I had to vote, I probably wouldn't put him number one, but he's definitely top three for
I know,
sure.
it's LA Night. LA Night, people.
There's a couple, yeah.
LA
So
Night.
there's a few more that are up there, but nah, I wouldn't put him one. But you have an argument to put him one, two, or three. So
Look, no, he's number two for sure. Number two. I'm tired of that I got that stupid yeet coming down. I'm tired of that, okay? All right? But LA Knight takes the damn cake for me, and everybody's like, "Well, unfollow, unfollow, unfollow. We love LA Knight. Why? Why? Explain to me why you like the guy who does the same
Have to,
fucking
he had to
gimmick
flip it
for the last
again,
decade."
'cause yeah.
I swear to God. Even Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's really good in the ring. LA Knight is okay. Okay, so that's what gets Daniel Bryan to pass with the yes. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what got Randy Savage to pass with the ooh yeah. Okay. Plus he did it different. The voice worked. Yeah, it's so freaking annoying. Okay. Yeet is goddamn annoying, but Jimmy kind of counteracted with the no yeet. I like that part. Right.
Yeah.
But you know,
Facts.
yeah, right. But we also got Best Booker and Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Um, Paul Levesque got 71 votes, which is kind of funny because WWE took worst promotion of the year. How the hell is
Yeah.
he getting Best Booker and worst promotion? Yeah, like he's on the list for Best Booker, and he's definitely on the list for worst promotion. What do you think of those?
Yo, that obviously makes no sense. But once again, this is what tells you that the fans don't really pay too much
Watch.
attention or care about everything. They're just voting one by one. But two things here. I mean, the 420 beside the WWE is pretty hilarious. The 420, that part is pretty funny. But when you look at the list, um, I'm just gonna be brutally honest. As bad as WWE has been at some points, it's a roller coaster. Every promotion under them on that top five is worse than them.
Exactly. I thought the same
So,
damn thing.
and
Like
you
how?
could add more too, but
Well,
those
I know
all those are worse.
GCW had a really good year last year, so I don't know why they're on this list. Bloodsport gave us Natty. You
Yep.
know, our Killer Cross came
Yep.
back. So GCW had a really good year. NWA has been falling off the. Where's JCW as
I don't
well?
know. Same
JCW
here.
should be on this list. So there's a lot. Um, there's a lot with that, and thank you for that, by the way, Dip. Um,
I'm
but
not
yeah,
sure.
it's just I just don't understand this vote. Maybe it's a bunch of AEW fans that hate WWE because,
Well, if that's the case, AEW fans are voting heavy out here, and WWE fans need to step their game up because
but
there's
that also
a lot
shows
more.
the, and I hate to say it like this, but if they're believing a guy who has zero credibility, hey, thank you for this description. If you got a guy who is giving zero credibility, okay, like what we just talked about, all
Yep.
right, and you're voting on his shit because this is his readers, this is the readers'
Yep.
votes, okay, his readers' votes. If you really do that, then they really should really look at their intelligence, their IQ. Okay, I'm trying to be nice here about this, but they should really probably look at their IQ on this because it, I can't see. This is like me saying that I listen to Russian talk on YouTube because I see their news shit all the time on YouTube. You know, it's just like I don't know what the fuck they are. They're a news agency. Obviously, you can see they got the desk. Russian news type deal. I don't watch that shit. I don't know it, but it's in English here in the states.
Yeah. I don't know, man. One thing I want to make sure I add in, GCW and AAA don't look like they got many votes. It looks like TNA, NWA, and WWE got swarmed, but it's a stupid vote, man. Like if these are the results said, if you drop this though, I'm gonna be nice with you, right? If you drop this and this is what came back from your fans, you definitely got to check the IQs here
That's what
because
I'm saying. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, hold on, time out. We all need to do this real quick. What's two, plus two? Okay? And if anyone says other than fish, we don't know.
yep,
I'm
because
playing. I'm playing.
simple stuff said, right?
It
Simple
is.
stuff, my brother, right?
It's like
If
it's like
all
JCW
yeah,
exists, and
yeah,
they
Vince
suck.
Russo,
Yeah, they sucked
yeah,
last
but
year. And
but
RVD must have been real high when he said, "Yeah, they got some good things going on over there." What good things? Because I've been watching. What good
paid
things?
probably a little bit of paid promotion. But think like this, like you said in the beginning, if Triple H is the fourth best booker of the year, right?
Yeah.
Well, and they're the worst company, shouldn't there be probably at least eight other bookers that would be above him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how does this list work? Like,
What's the criteria for best promotion or worst promotion? I don't even know what they're voting off
I
of.
don't even know what they're voting on at all. Like, and tell me how Jey Uso, a world champion, is overrated.
I don't know. I don't know.
A former world champion, I should say, is overrated. I don't like the Yeet bullshit. I don't. Okay? But they still push this man better than LA Knight. I say
Yeah.
the second most overrated, but he's got it. All right, man. It's just 2 plus 2 doesn't add up here.
Yeah. LA Knight deserves that award. He earned it.
He did earn that award. Oh, did you see this one?
This is a good one.
Did you
I,
see this one? Go
yes,
ahead, then.
I did. Yes, I did. AJ came out cooking.
He did.
Well, put it like this. AJ Francis calls out Jelly Roll, and we know that you're a huge AJ Francis fan. I am too, but not like you. You
Oh, I
love
love that
AJ.
dude.
Love
I'm a big,
yourself some AJ.
I'm a big
Pause.
fan of AJ.
What What do you think about this match, though? Do you think that they're gonna get them in the ring together?
I hope they do. I hope they do. Because AJ Francis is on a different level. A lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people really don't realize this. Okay? AJ Francis, when he comes on TV, people watch. Right? Nobody's turning the channel. I don't know who says that. That's a bunch of dumbasses that say that. I'll say that right now. You a dumbass if you can't see the potential that AJ Francis brings. Okay? He can rap. He can hit you as hard as he wants. He's got the prettiest choke slam I have ever seen. Okay, honest to God, that choke slam that he hit on Rick Swan a few weeks ago, he had that motherfucker 10 feet in the air. I've said that when we interviewed him. He's gonna have someone 10 feet in the air. Badoosh. That was AJ Styles that we were talking about, by the way. You know.
I don't know that's fire. I don't know what it is about some of these big wrestlers that do choke slams, and it just looks so weak that like
Weak.
they barely get them up. Francis got a good
He's
choke.
got that dude. He's got dudes above his head, big
Yeah.
guys above. He's got him above his shoulder at least with the bigger guys. AJ Francis is a freak of nature. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you're right. You just got to step back and appreciate how good the game really is. You know, sometimes you have to step back and appreciate how good a man really is. People look back and they only harp on that one hiccup where he went over the rope and he barely went over the rope. That's one damn hiccup.
It happened.
We're
It
talking
could-
about.
It could be worse. I remember Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about a man who played in the NFL, has sacks on his career record, tackles for losses, tackles. He played in the NFL, people, okay, and made it in the wrestling business. He is still owed an international championship match. This man versus Jelly Roll is gonna be. It's going to be fire because Jelly Roll don't hold back either. And AJ Francis is going to come out with some diss tracks on this fool, and we're going to love it because you know he can rap.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, whoa. Sped just went passionate on this. Stephen A. Smith just came out, all right? Sped A. Smith just came out, all right? Sped A. Rock, that's what it's called for now. Sped A. Rock, what's up, all right? Just came out.
Sped A.
Sped A. Oh, man. Oh, here you go. You can take that. Damn.
Well, as of late January, Sp3drock's favorite wrestler is listed to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. Yeah. Give us your thoughts, Sped.
I hate every second of this. Every bloody second. You got Obafemi out there. You got Royce Keys out there. You can elevate someone and you go L.A. Knight. Alright? Listen, he's from Hagerstown, folks. I'll keep saying this until the day he freaking changes his name. Alright? TC, if you're in here, that one's not real. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying, TC. Who the hell wants to watch this match? This is. You guys remember the Divas era? You guys remember the Divas era when you got up, used the bathroom break, got some popcorn, everybody was at the concession stands? This is that match if that happens. You got so many other people, and you're gonna put this atrocious. This is atrocious.
Yeah, I feel like they right now the match that everybody wants and the match they should be doing, I believe, is Oba Femi versus Brock. But you know that right now they would probably make Oba lose, so it's probably better that they're not doing it.
I don't know if they make Oba lose. I don't think so. The ruler tames the beast. You know?
Yeah, I think so eventually, but I think if they pulled the trigger and did it now, I think he'd lose. That's probably why they're not doing it.
Well, I mean, they also fucking screwed up SmackDown. You know, the ending there. Like, come on. I understand you're trying to make a character development change with Sami Zayn, but that was stupid. That was completely dumb.
Yeah, hey, listen, they keep trying and trying with Cindy, man. I feel like they missed their boat there too.
They missed a lot with him. Oh man, they
Yeah,
missed so much with Sammy. But this right
Pac pulled
here,
up.
this right here, okay, has a better chance at winning. Look, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This right here has a better chance of winning the tortoise and the hare race, okay,
Dude,
than ever catching my eye ever again.
I think I'll like it when it's over. 'Cause I think we're gonna get a squash match.
I would hope. I would love it. That's the only way I'm gonna love it. Is if it's a squash match and LA Knight gets thrown through like 17 tables.
Yeah, I don't know about the tables,
I
but
know, I know. It's just
I spell a squash match.
look. I got more interest in El Grande Americano versus OG Americano. Okay, I got more
And that
interest
match
in
would be
that.
good.
That's gonna be. You see the promo he just did over in AAA? He did it in Spanish. All right, like arriba. Okay, yeah,
That match
like
at least would be good.
that's gonna be nice. Yeah, but I hated. I hate this match, and I don't want. TC's right. This is gonna be a dumbass match. I don't think anybody's ready for this match.
Waste of time.
Waste of time. Braun Breaker could miss. If we're talking about a waste of time, Braun Breaker could miss. Um, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And what the hell? Stream spent 0 seconds. I don't know what that means. Um, Oh, you did the watch time. That's cool. Sorry, that's new to me. Braun Breaker injured himself, apparently in this spot right here. And look, the hernia apparently is really bad. I've slipped a disc. That shit hurts. Okay, it really does. Right? If he's out for an extended period of time, we're missing out on a really good opportunity that could go back for Saudi Arabia next year. But what do you think? Breaker out.
Sucks that he's out. Hopefully he comes back faster than expected. You obviously know he's a beast, so I don't expect him to be out for too long. But with that being said, I looked at this because we talked about it yesterday at Point Taken, and I looked over this a few times. I don't think that he fully hurt himself on that table spot. I think that this is probably a collection of things that's been building up, and the table maybe he just felt it
Yep.
there, lifting the table. But I don't know, man. Though that table doesn't look like it's so 400 or 500 pounds. So I don't think he did it there. It might just be something that they used that spot to say it was an injury. But I guess we'll see on that. As far as him, just I hope he gets back soon because they're taking a big L with him not on TV. He's one of their biggest young stars they have.
Well, what's crazy to me is that table's hurt a lot of people already. Lacerations, injuries, stuff like that already. And so, just like Big Mike said yesterday on Point Taken, and probably on the Run In Wrestling podcast, as you can see, they gotta bring back the old ways, because this is horrible. This is your young gun, and he's hurt. Everyone was backing this kid right here. Everyone was ready for him to win the world championship. And look, I think this right here, and you're right. You're right. I think this might have been a little bit something hurt him before because look at the audible they did.
Yeah.
Look at the audible. I think he got hurt at Royal Rumble.
He goes too hard.
No, I think he just hit the apron the wrong way.
Yeah.
And yes, he does
I-
go. He does go too hard. You're right. You're right. He does go too hard, and that's
like
gonna hurt you, just like
think
baseball.
think I'm gonna just give you one thing for the last 20 seconds, right? There's a few times where I've seen him take, you know, 5 feet leaps and spare people on the ramp where if he misses, it looks like he's gonna break his neck.
Yep,
Like he just a little slow it down a little bit, my brother.
little bit,
That's
little
it.
bit. But just like in baseball, you want to slow it down a little bit because you're gonna run your career fucking short if you don't.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and that's a sad truth. There's that bell. Love that damn bell, man. Helps us get
Me
over
too.
through. Look, apparently there's frustration in WWE Creative. There reportedly has been said there's frustration within WWE Creative due to consistent changing of plans. One person noted that the WWE should be sticking to plans at this point. If that's the freaking case, then they suck. Because we just talked about WrestleMania 42 plans with LA Knight and goddamn Brock Lesnar, right? This should be different. It's time to elevate the young stars. We're tired of seeing the same copy and paste. What did we just say about SmackDown? They ruined a great main event. Ruined it by having Sami Zayn take the pin. By Drew McIntyre coming in and messing up everything. By look, Cody Rhodes winning. That ruined it right then and there. Sorry, I forgot to put the 5 minute on, so we're gonna do 3 minutes on this. What do you think?
Um, I have a couple of questions, and I'll bounce them off you, and we'll try to get some clarification, right? So we know that Triple H is the head booker. We've been just been beating our head for a very long time at this point, right? He's had his ups, he's had his downs. We know that when Vince was there, I should be saying his name, but when he was there, he was stepping in last minute sometimes and changing plans, right?
Well, no, not
Now,
sometimes. That was like 99% of the time, from what I heard.
yep.
Yeah.
But the question I bring to you, we know Vince isn't there, right? If he's the head booker, who's changing this stuff? Or
And
you talk about you're changing other people's stuff. Confusing.
I know there's rumors going around, and I heard podcasters, like Kevin Nash, to click
Yeah.
this, and other podcasts coming out. I can't think of Wrestle Talk, Coldaholic, Wrestlers Urban News. They all were saying that Vinnie Mac still may have some say in what's going on. Okay, I mean, Vince has been doing this for how long? Forever. It feels like, and Triple H is his son-in-law. So there's a lot of rumors going around that Vince McMahon is still some way, shape, or form running the show creatively. And look, if that's the case, then like, why the fuck is he away? Well, that's a different story. But everybody join in Point Taken Saturdays 3 p.m. right here on Twitch. It's a great show.
Best show going.
There you go. There you go. Now he's getting it. But yeah, no, like, I don't know, man. You hit the nail on the coffin right there. Like, you're the head booker. This is on you.
Yeah.
If anything, you should be pissed off at yourself for having a terrible show and terrible booking, because at the end of the day, you should be light years ahead of AEW. And AEW is like, we're catching up, bitch.
Yep. And the thing too, hate to say it, but the reason why I brought up Vince, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. That quote sounds like Vince is still there.
I know.
Who else? Who else has done this?
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Exactly.
overthinking.
It's a weird feeling to think that Vinnie Mac might be running the show still.
Yeah.
There's that bell. Love this bell. Makes us go
Amen.
faster. This is all you, because love this.
Well,
Absolutely love this.
well, I'm not gonna read the whole post, a little small, but it looks like the PC is bringing in Jazz to help potentially train
Yep.
women's wrestlers in NXT. We obviously know Jazz is one of the best women's wrestlers of all time. We know what she brings to the table upstairs for sure. Well, what are your thoughts on them bringing her in? Do you think it worked a second time around?
Oh yeah. Oh man. Just like what I said in point taken in the second round when we were talking about this yesterday. Jazz was ahead of her time. Okay?
Yeah.
She was way ahead of her time. Think about the women now. Rhea Ripley, she's built. Nikki Blackheart, she's built, and she just got a
Yeah.
tryout. We're gonna be talking about that here later on. You know, I, you got Lash Legend, okay, who's
Yeah.
built. You got Bianca Belair. You got Jordan Grace. You got Ivy Nile. They all are built like Jazz was back in the day, okay, and Jazz can help these females, these ladies, elevate their game. Last Legend is just one coach away, and this is
Yeah.
her. One coach away. One coach away from being that bougie badass. Okay,
Yeah.
she is a bougie bully right now. She's gonna be that badass because Jazz can teach her how to be that badass. Jazz can
Yeah.
teach her how to get into that mindset. Okay, I would love to see more than just coaching out of her. Give her a managerial spot. I know she's up there in age. I know she doesn't want to wrestle no more, right? But give her a managerial spot. Put her, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill together, right?
That'd be
Reform those three and have the true mega power that everyone knows they could be.
that would be dope. You got my vote. Um, Jade's definitely one of the people I would love to see her work with. I mean, I would love to see her work with Nikki Blackheart.
That's
So
what, yeah. I would love to see her work with her. I would
yeah,
love to see her work with a lot of women.
yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like I want to see Nikki and Rhea beside each other for a little bit. I feel like they just have a good dynamic. That should have been their tag champs in the future.
My
Like
wife
I,
said Nikki looks like one of the Kardashians, except jacked.
she's like yeah, she's like if China, it's and I don't want to say something that comes off wrong towards China, but it's like the Kardashian is face
Yeah.
with China body. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
she's a bad mama jumma, Nikki Blackheart
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
she's a
but
champ
Jay
forever.
does have a lot of upside, TC. You're 100% right. But with
Yes.
Jazz's help, I'm telling you, this women's division just got better. And they were better before, and now they're great now. They're going to be, oh my God. What she could do with Evolve, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, the list goes on. I forgot to hit that bell because I was getting
All
into
right.
that. Oh,
Thumbs
yeah.
up.
Go ahead.
Well, Dakota Kai on her WWE run. Let's see what she was saying. She said she was constantly fighting a glass ceiling, or some would say chasing maybe a brass ring. Do you think that she made the or not made the right decision? Do you think that she's still a little salty over a run in WWE,
A
or
lot
she?
of a lot of these people who come out like this are salty. She had a lot of opportunities. Let's get that out there right now. She had a lot of opportunities that were derailed because of injuries. Okay,
Yeah,
she went after the North American Championship, got hurt. When came back for Takeover, when they did War Games at Takeover at the time, got hurt. You know, she got hurt a lot. She was with Nia Jax, got hurt. She was with Damage Control, got hurt again. She got plenty of opportunities. There was no ceiling there for her. They were pushing her at some points. They wanted her to be an Intercontinental Champion, you know, but she got hurt. Her body failed her. We will see what happens, what she does outside when she comes and does things over in Eve and everything else. But injuries is what plagued her WWE run, in my opinion. Not WWE, injuries.
yeah. I gotta completely agree with you. And this isn't a knock on Dakota because I think she's great. I mean, Charlie, I think is what she's going by now. But
Yep.
um, it's gonna be tough because the truth is, you're right. Injury stopped anything that she was really getting pushed at over there, and now she's going to where the competition is more rougher, it's more aggressive. It's probably more obviously more of a toll on the body. It's gonna be a rough road for her. So if she's gonna go to do Japan, Stardom, AEW, or just running the Indies. I think she needs to start first with making sure she gets her body in the best shape she's probably ever been in,
Yep.
because you don't wanna lose opportunities over injuries, and unfortunately, that's kinda what her career came to at this point, especially in WWE.
Well, we talk about people going hard. Braun Breaker, she
Yeah,
went hard in the paint a lot. All
yeah,
right, you can't go hard in the paint every match. You got to kind of dial it back sometimes, you know.
yeah,
So I don't think I think she'll have an excellent career outside of WWE, like everybody else does. Because once you get the WWE name mantra on you, then you know a lot of things in the indie scene work out for you.
yeah.
For me, Pog, nobody's typing that, but Pog is person other than grunt. That's what that means. That I was a grunt. Anybody else who wasn't a grunt is a Pog. That's what that means.
Army top.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, this is our 10-minute spot right here.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
10-minute spot. Grand Slam last night. I got a few slides of this. Was phenomenal. Okay, you know, you see right here, Takesha versus Moxley ends in a draw. Fucking Yuta gets his head shaved. Moxley makes Yuta honor the stipulation. Okay,
Yeah,
tells his ass get back into the ring, get back in there. So,
yeah.
you know, what did you think of Grand Slam overall?
Like, the first thing before I even give it a grade, Lena fucking Cross has arrived.
Yeah,
Everybody has been waiting for that, and I mean, no one's seen that trio coming, so that looks like a powerhouse. I think it's probably to boost Megan for a singles run,
yep.
but the show, this is an A show. I
Oh,
mean, they
always.
could've been they coulda couple spicy things could have made the A plus, but this is a show. It was enjoyable. Everything flew. The only one thing that I would have did different if I booked it, and I'm not a glorified booker, I'm just saying for my Andrade's going over.
Yeah,
I
over Kenny Omega in that match.
look over
Oh, oh yeah, my
Hangman.
bad. Hangman. I was thinking
If he,
curly hair. Curly hair.
yeah,
That was the first thought I had. Curly hair, Omega.
because he
Yeah.
beat Swerve and he beat Kenny,
Yep.
and now he lost to Hangman. Now we're back to Hangman going for the title. We needed something fresh. A lot of people wanted the Andrade versus MJF. I think that was the moneymaker.
Yeah. I think that, but that still can happen. Don't worry. We got all in. We got all out. We got double or nothing. That can still happen. That is the moneymaker right there. But Wheeler, I love how Wheeler Yuta. They're in Brisbane. Okay, right now. And he has a beanie on. He's like, I'm not taking it off. I'm not taking it off. Yeah. Look, the match of the night for me was the draw. Okay,
Ab-
Takesha versus Moxley was the match of the night in my opinion. These
Yeah,
two tore the fucking house down. These two said, "What's up?" These two went at it, and those two still went at it after the match. They both weren't happy about, um, you know, how that match went. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? They didn't like the fact that they tied. They didn't like that at all. And I loved how this match went. It sets up for the tournament coming up at the end of the year if they choose to do it before
yeah,
Takesha versus Moxley for that title. Or if Moxley does somehow go after Okada and take that international championship and get the unified championship back, then I can see Takesha taking both.
yeah, yeah. I can, I could definitely see him doing that too. But one thing, since you picked the Moxley, I'll go match the night. I'll go with the ladder match. A brain buster off the top of the ladder. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that was nice. That was
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know how many times I don't know if I've seen that. I'd have to really dig back in my memory that I've seen someone get taken off one side and brain busted on the other side. That was pretty impressive.
You see how he brought out the pink title at the end?
Yep. Won
I,
everybody been asking for?
Listen, I like Kyle Fletcher, man. This kid's good.
Yeah.
This kid's great. But this match, a lot of people will agree, is a match of the year contender, right here. Just
Yeah.
like what we just talked about with Takesha versus Moxley. That match
Yeah.
was a match of the year contender too. All right.
I agree.
I like this match. This was a great match. The fact that everyone's like, oh my God, why did Tommaso Ciampa not win? Not keep his title. This is why Tommaso Ciampa didn't keep his title.
Yeah. This
They
is why.
wanted this feel-good moment right here for him.
Yeah. Something tells me Ciampa will have plenty of title runs in AEW. He'll
Yeah,
be fine.
I can see that. But we look, we talked about a lot of things, okay? And we
Yep.
talked about F Ice earlier.
Yep.
But MJF retains and won hell of a match.
Oh,
MJF, Brody King, these two put everything on the line. These two went ham on each other. These two said, shut the fuck up, Meg, and hold my beer. Okay, all at the same time. You know,
yeah.
MJF hits a heat, what is it, Heat Seeker, I believe? Hits
Yep.
the Heat Seeker at the end. Hangman comes out. We get that at Revolution. Is it Revolution?
I believe it's Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution. And, you know, look, I love it. I loved every second of this match. What did you think?
MJF is beyond his years. He's literally too good. He just gets the business, ultimate worker that plays every spot that he's in. And anybody, and not saying Brody needs, because Brody's pretty impressive himself, but you get in the ring with MJF, you're going to look spectacular 9 out of 10 times. And most of the time, because of him. And
Yeah.
that does it. It's not enough for the person. He's just literally that good.
Yep.
The match, I mean, it's hard to really pick the match of this because I feel like every time I watch the show, I probably have a different favorite match. There's like 4 or 5 to pick from. But this is a 5-star match. The DDT, not even just the speaker, the DDT to the outside of the apron through the ropes. It's like, sheesh. I mean, Brody for Brody's size, I don't know if anybody his size is moving like him.
I was going to say, that man can move. The only other man I can think of that can move like him without moving like him, you know, like, is AJ Francis. We talked about it earlier. You know, but Brody is a freaking nature, man. He is. I love it. I love watching Brody King in that ring because he does some things that other people wish they could do.
Yeah, and I know that we're both extremely happy. You know, we're in agreement. We don't need politics all over everything we watch because sometimes you need an escape from the real world.
Yep.
But I'm glad that Brody didn't get punished for, speaking his truth or, supporting what he wants to support, which isn't a bad thing to support. But it would have been terrible to see him, get wiped off of TV because his political views. And that's why I prefer to get rid of him. I'm happy he's still out here doing well, got the main event spot, look good doing it.
Yeah, no, the political view stuff, like we said, needs to get out of here. All right, but overall, AEW is proving that they can keep up with WWE. Grand Slam, and I was telling my wife last night, I was telling her that I think Grand Slam is, you know, they were in Sydney, Australia. Where does WWE go? They go to West Side, Australia. Okay? Think about that. AEW owns the east side, the more populated side of things, while WWE owns the west side. You know?
They got AEW has like, if we're going through Australian wrestlers, they probably have 90% of them right now with the big name ones anyways.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, like Sydney, Australia, Brisbane. They're going, you know, where do they go? Perth, Australia. Where the fuck is Perth?
One day we'll tour all these places, bro.
I've been to Sydney. Oh,
Nice.
It was
I
nice
have
out there.
nowhere near there. I'm trying to go out there and catch some kangaroos.
Oh no, see, I like when I was in the army, we traveled, but you know, I don't know what that was all about. Bro exposed himself for free. Like, who exposed whoself? We talking about Pee Wee Herman? The fuck?
Oh yeah, he did. He
You
did.
know, like that motherfucker really did expose himself for free.
In the movie theater.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing I want to add in, and I don't know if you got to see it. Did you see the spoiler from the house shows? The
Yeah,
house show
yeah,
over?
that's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah, I like that.
I like house shows. House shows need to be a thing in WWE again. You know, my wife, her first event was the WWE house show. It was a holiday tour here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That was her first WWE show. I took her to
Nice.
a house show before I took her to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. House
Yeah,
shows is always where it's at because usually that even with like WWE, they'd probably give you more reasonable tickets.
yep,
Sometimes it's just about going, seeing the wrestlers and having a good time. It
that's
doesn't
it.
always have to be a live event.
Exactly. Live events are cool, but house shows you get to see more. I mean, Tony Storm versus Moxley out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that shit was funny. Yeah, like I really I enjoyed that every second of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many different things that they can be creative freely. They can be free when they do their things.
Mike say whatever they want. You know.
Exactly. You know, it's just yeah, you're missing out, and plus it helps get these guys better in ring shape and keep the rust off. So they're really
I,
missing out.
I want to MJF cut a 5 minute unfiltered promo at a house show. Could
Yeah,
you imagine?
right. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that would be some shit right there. Listen, folks, we're in our final phase. We got 5 minutes. You ready? Let's
Yes, sir.
start this. Look, the Green Arrow, he said he did not like, Stephen Amell did not like the Royal Rumble 2026. He said he thought the Royal Rumble was very bad. Not every show could be great. Thought night 2 of WrestleMania was great. Night 1 was alright. You know, what do you think? Do you agree with him?
Yeah. Um, we spoke on this. The Royal Rumble. I mean, I'm not gonna say terrible. There were spots I liked. I enjoyed the Women's Rumble. There was some things I did like the Roman stuff. But if we're looking at it from a whole, as a kid, for me anyway, Royal Rumble was bigger than WrestleMania for me. Like Royal Rumble was like the show as a kid. I really want like the big battle. That was the show for me. Now when I watch it, it's like it's just another premium live event. It
Yep.
doesn't really feel that special no more.
Yeah, we talked about that on Run In Wrestling Podcast, and right here you see it Thursdays,
Yeah,
6:30 p for the behind the scenes, 7 o'clock p Eastern Standard Time for the regular show here on Twitch. We talked about this as well once upon a time. That's
yeah,
how I feel about Survivor Series. Survivor
yeah,
Series used to be my show of shows. I love Survivor Series. Now it's just boring as shit. Uh, WWE trademarked the name Birthright for, Lexus King, all these guys. What do you think of this? I heard what you had to say yesterday on Point Taken. Give me it again so we can get going.
Let me just give you a fast one. I hate it because if that's the case, give them all their second generation names. Stop
Exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. Give them their second generation name. Right there, Point Taken. You see the DVDs right here on Twitch every Saturday. Right there. Listen, JCJ said her 2026 original gear was rejected because she said it wasn't crazy. It was just a red bodysuit, had chains, like my regular gear, but made it into a bodysuit. And they were like, no red, no chains, no black strap. You think this was just them saying, hey, don't do this because Rhea does this stuff over here in Saudi Arabia, or they actually have a problem with the color red out there, which I don't think they do, in Saudi Arabia?
Um, I think it was more preference thing maybe on them. It could be they just didn't like her wearing it as far as what it looked like, presentation. Um, or it got to be some other reason. I don't think it would have anything to do with Rhea, and I don't think that there's no beef for Red out there. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that one of them came up with all red on,
I was
right?
going to say, I don't know any Muslim that's a blood.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's bandanas out there.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if any Muslim, I've never heard of a Muslim in a third country that'd be like,
Yeah,
yo, what up, B? What up, blood? How to
yeah,
be? Or even a Crip. I don't hear cuz or anything like that. Like, it's stuff. I think this is just people, making something out of nothing.
yeah.
Hey, we talked about this earlier. Nikki Blackheart got a WWE tryout. Do you think this goes anywhere? You think she goes to Evolve or NXT from here?
I mean, she did the simulation to the WWE game. They let her out the door once. Now she's no way they let her out the door. If they let her walk out the door, she's gonna walk right into AEW or something with an instant contract. God bless.
Instant.
Yeah, I believe this
Instant
will work.
contract.
I don't know how nobody's offered already, but this is gonna work out good for both of them.
Yeah.
WWE and Nikki.
Ric Flair's drop. He said, "I'm done with wrestling, and I'm gonna drop an album. Are you gonna listen to this shit?"
Whoa! Nope.
I ain't styling profiling this shit. This ain't even touching my radio. You know?
Nope.
Hey, our boy from Point Taken, Carlos, right here. You see the DVDs again. Carlos has a question for everybody. The New Day or Demolition?
Shit. I'm gonna pick the ones that I grew up on that like that. I'm gonna take the Demolition.
He said Demolition.
Yeah.
I see. I would go New Day on this one. I like the New Day. Two-time point taking champion. Has a question for everybody. If you guys can answer it. But I'm going with the New Day because I am a big fan of the New Day. Those guys knew what they were doing. They had a lot of fun. Demolition. They were cool and everything, but it was just three fat white guys doing their thing. You know, they weren't. They're not. They're not the New Day. You know, coming out and
Yeah.
annoying
No, they're
people.
not. New Day is the better team for sure. But I grew up on Demolition. I was already. I didn't really. I missed most of that New Day era.
Yeah, no, I get that. Hey, look, we'll try better next time, folks. That's our show. Find Mob Miz over there. Mob Miz over at Mob Squad 508. That's everything that he has. Find me over on X with Spedrock 4. Check out Good Morning IWC on Mob Miz's YouTube channel as well. And don't you have some shows coming up here soon as well?
Hey, we got a bunch of shows coming up. But for starters, make sure everybody comes every Saturday and Sunday. Bedrock Switch. It's happening with Point Taken Saturday, 3 p.m. Sunday, Good Morning IWC, 10 a.m. Now, throughout the week, periodically, me and Ant, Mike and Ant Sports Show, we drop all types of content.
Yep.
We're about to bear off the hip hop lane as well. So,
Nice.
yes,
Nice.
this content coming daily, weekly, all types of stuff coming. But at Mob Squad 508 on everything, Twitter,
Well, I'm gonna
X,
I'm gonna
whatever
have
you
to reveal this because
good.
TC and I are going to be doing a show called The Whole Damn Mess. Baseball is coming up. It'll be coming up here probably in March.
Yeah.
TC and I, real good friends. He's a Coast Guard veteran. I'm an Army veteran. This is going to work out perfectly. We're going to be talking about sports. We're going to talk about wrestling. This The Whole Damn Mess. All right. So you guys remember the Best Damn Sports Show, period. It's going to mimic that. Hot takes and zero scripts. We're going to be doing it our way. Yeah. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. This was Good Morning IWC. Be easy.